Julie. Hello and welcome. If you're watching on replay, hey Julie, how does my camera look? Because I feel like it looks weird for some reason. Is it fuzzy? I don't know why. Last time we had problems with the camera too. It's really bizarre. Maybe it's time to upgrade. All right, well, welcome if you're new here. And so far, it's just Julie and myself, and we are going to have a little play. But we're going to be playing with alcohol ink on the gel plate today. And anybody coming in, please say hello, or you can lurk in the background. A thumbs up would be amazing. And thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I didn't over advertise today's stream. I usually go to like TikTok and, all over the place to advertise. But the first thing I want to do is before I read a card for inspiration, the first thing I want to do is share some happy mail that I got. And I was so surprised by this, and it just made my day. I've had a lot of stuff going on, and I've just been really busy. I haven't had a chance to be in my art room, which, is difficult for a girl like me. So when I got this, I was so surprised. It was really nice and just out of the blue. And what she sent me was some cards. I don't know where everyone is actually, but I didn't over advertise either. So she sent me some. How's my camera? Hi, Celia. Oh, you stayed awake. I'm going to start doing this earlier, I think. We've talked about it, and I just haven't jumped. And I think maybe it's time for our international friends, because we have so many, that we start doing it earlier in the day. Yeah. So Beth Schuler, she has a channel. She sent me these gorgeous goodies. And isn't that adorable? These are playing cards. Look at the little mom in the kitchen with the daughter. Oh, it's so cute. And then her. And then this is some sort of a game card. Data ahead. Polygraph. And some casino cards. And I have some of those. And, this is one of those scratch boards. I accidentally scratched it, or I wouldn't have known that. Hi, Mo. Welcome. And I don't have a mod today. So if you guys have questions, please put them in all caps. We're going to have the gel plate out anyway, and I'll be making a mess with some alcohol ink. So it's more of a tutorial anyway. And then she sent me these postcards. Aren't they great? They really are. So that was just out of the blue and such a surprise. So thank you, Beth Schuler. I know you guys know Beth. Yeah, it looks like we're having a little private party today, and that's okay. So I'm going to set this off to the side. I can't forget, I would like to send her back some cards because I have so many, but not these kind. Not these kind of cards. Hi, Diane. Oh, yeah, that's okay. So the first thing I want to do, I was going to shuffle these better before we got on camera here today, but because I feel like I'm not very good at this part, I should have saved that one out. It jumped out and it wanted to be out. Now I've ruined it, huh? Oh, there's another one. Okay, so that's going to be our, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? So I've been spending a lot of time meditating, you guys. I've just been in pain. So I've been spending a lot of time with my soul trying to forget that I'm in pain because my surgery is not till the 29th. Did I tell you I got a date? Anyway, I've just been getting ready for that. And I built a mushroom cave. I'm so proud of myself. They're starting to come up right now, and I could not be more excited. Hi, Amina. Okay, so these are our cards for today. These are just inspiration. Nothing, if whatever your beliefs are, that is, a personal thing, and this is nothing to do with that. Just. Okay, so divine abundance is something that I've been it's been in my meditation so much lately. This is almost like a sign from the angels here, I have to say. So divine abundance, you were born to align, pretty card, to align with love's will. Follow the Tao, serve something beyond the ego, learn to be abundant, not chase it. Isn't that beautiful? That's a beautiful card. Here you go. Hi, Belinda. She put all caps, and that's a good reminder. All caps today because I don't have a mod. Okay, and then our next card is, oh, it's gratitude. This is another thing that's been with me every day, and feeling grateful for what we have brings more abundance. So these, look at that. So gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. That is a gorgeous card, isn't it? Oh, it's wonderful. You can't find your promise box. You need to have another search. Huh. I don't know what a promise box is. Okay, so there, and the last one is a true offering. A true offering takes what it can be, an unbearable cross, and returns it to love. Isn't that beautiful? I think this is one of my favorite cards. There's no pink on it. No pink at all. It kind of looks pink on camera, but it's actually like a rust color. It's beautiful. Okay, so those are our cards. I'll leave those out so I can take a picture of them and share with you guys in our thread. And then lastly, let's pick one of these just for fun. Even though we're not making anything today, we're going to be playing on the gel plate. I think it's always nice to have this sort of inspiration, and maybe you can take this inspiration with you as you go throughout your week and come up with, something that aligns with all of this. So we're just going to take that top one. Oh, it's Moon Dance. You guys, we have 2 moons right now. We have a little mini moon in our orbit, though we can't see it with the naked eye. And then we also had an X7 and an X9 solar eruption come right at us. And it'll be all weekend where you can probably see, if you're anywhere above California on the ring and in the Netherlands, I'm sure, Canada, absolutely, you're going to see the Aurora Borealis. And I have never seen it other than maybe faintly last time. So I am really looking forward to that. But in that, you may feel some symptoms from that. And just, tell yourself that it's from that. And they could be flu-like symptoms. It could be dizziness. It could be a little aggression. So just, keep that in mind as you go through the rest of this weekend, because it's hitting this afternoon and all through probably till Monday. So Julie, I have not been on Facebook at all except to post the links. That's it. I haven't. Okay, so with Moon Dance, I think that's a beautiful piece of inspiration for anything that you guys are going to do if you need that. And isn't she beautiful? I love the card. Okay, so I'm going to put that away. Well, no, we're going to keep that out so we can take a picture of it, okay? And I hope that was inspiring for you guys. Okay, so I want a little drink of my coffee. I've got a couple things I want to share. You guys want to see a little haul? Raise your hand if you want to see a haul. So I've been getting ready for surgery and trying to figure out things that I can do. And what I have done, I made my haunted house book. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I've been ordering things to go with it. Like these. I got some awesome papers because I can use a tape runner with my left hand, right? and then maybe do some left-hand scribbles. I got some spider webs for my haunted house. Hi, Jen. Welcome back. I got some forest fantasy, and this is all for the haunted house altered book. Look how beautiful she is. Oh, they're gorgeous. So I got all these from Temu, and I did not spend. I mean, they're like $2 each, you know. There is one that I got that is absolutely amazing, and I might have to order another, and I'm going to save that for last. But you guys know that I altered this book to be my haunted house book. So I gutted it. I used the cover for it, and then I just used scrap papers, and I've already got my front. I turned this into a pocket. This is from that set that I feel like I need to order another one. Oh, I just can't wait to show you. So there's that. And I've got a couple other things. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the book in this bag with these papers, and then other things that I might have that come with it. But there's lots of, haunted house. I think it'll be fun. I don't usually do like a scrapbook or an arrangement of stickers or whatever. I usually do such a mix of things, but I'm going to have one hand. So I thought this is something I could do. Hi, Marguerite. I'm so glad you made it. We've been missing you, Margaret. I said it wrong, didn't I, Marguerite? Okay, so there's that one. But wait. I made another book. So this one is nature. And I started the bag so that way I have, something to do depending on my mood. And this, I actually bought some bird seed and I used the bag, and my sewing machine was doing something wonky. So I hand stitched this collage onto the cover, and that's the inside. I just thought it was really fun. And then I've got nature papers in here. Nature, beautiful stuff. And then, I can do some coloring. I've got my gel crayons to go with it. I've just been, digging through my stuff and trying to figure out what I can put in here that I made. And then let me show you. Oh, this paper. Oh my goodness, this paper. She goes with it. So, just a sec. Sorry. So I also got a couple other little things for, if I want to have some little roses or whatever in the background. There's one of these, and I'm sorry about the pink, but I really like them. Even though they're pink, it's very haunted house, isn't it? Oh yeah, the zipper pouches are really handy. And I have a cart downstairs. I love her. Mo, can you handle that pink? Because that is good pink. They really are. And I think it's just because they're cheap, yeah, she almost goes in the haunted house, doesn't she? But a lot of these can. Some moons. These feel really good. They feel like proper collage papers, like on rice paper. And there's 3 of each. What I'm going to do is make a package or 2 with some of these things, and I will do I had that one already. I will do some sort of a giveaway. These, oh my gosh, you guys, these are postcards. Postcards. No, pink is good pink. These are so thick. I love them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I just thought they were so cool. I think they're intended to pin up on your board or whatever. The only one with the girl is the one in the front. I think the rest are skeletons. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, they're so neat. And I think these were like $3 or $4. And I don't know why these came with it, because they don't go. That had to be a mistake why those were in there. Some of these, and the picture isn't real great, but they are very soft. Yeah, and we're not pink people. We are not pink people. But my very, very favorite in all of it is this set. First of all, this is mind-blowing. These are all stickers, every single one of them. And there's 2 sheets. And these are not cardstock. They are chipboard. Those are chipboard like those postcards. Look at these girls. They're all like oil paintings. And Julie, it's angels. I mean, oh, so beautiful. Each one of them is just gorgeous. And oh, I think she's my favorite. Sorry about the glare. And there are a few churches. Oh, she's pretty good too. Aren't those neat? And the church. You're looking forward to Halloween being over. We love Halloween here. And then these are not the same as what's there, some of them. Like that one, there's not a cardboard version of her. I cut these in half. The piano. Look at, isn't it beautiful? So this is the set I was thinking, and that came with it. I was thinking, man, I almost want another one because I'm going to end up hoarding these and I won't use them. Because I know me. Look at her, though. And she is the same. Oh, yes. These are just regular paper, these ones. So I just thought that was, I don't know what I would do with the crosses. I probably won't use them. But isn't that a cool set? This was like $5 for the set. $5. You often feel very much in the minority. Zen Jen, is it because you like pink? Me too, Julie. I'm not really a fan of, but Halloween. You know, my birthday's in October. So is my husband's. My birthday is next Friday. Or it's the 11th. I don't know what day that is. And I had Halloween parties as a child, and I've always been a Halloween girl. It's just, yeah, always been a Halloween girl. That's how it is. Okay, and lastly, right here. So let me move this to the side here. Let me get up. I won't share all the stencils with you that I got yet. We'll wait on that. But lastly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to peel a sticker, but is there a link? Will somebody go and see if that is it's something just popped up on my thing, and grab the link here. Let me grab it. Oh yeah, she's on the link. Click the picture above. Victoria. Okay, so I did get a bunch of stickers. And these were, some of them were free, some of them were like 50 cents or 98 cents or whatever. I mean, they were cheap. This is all doors. Got some steampunk. I got some, these are kind of steampunk, some moths. And these are also some things that I will pull some out and share. I got some crows, a whole roll of crows. Look at that. And these, that one wasn't. But these are beautiful and they're really thick. I thought they would be bigger though. Just kind of disappointed with that. But these are my favorite. Is this boring to you guys? I don't want to bore you. I'm just like, I'm in awe. I got all these girls with wings. I probably won't be able to peel the back off a sticker, and I'll just tape them all down, and then I'll have stickers still. I'll still have stickers. I can still use them, you know, recycled stickers. These are the best, though. I love these. Not boring at all. Oh, good. Okay. We have to drug your dogs to try to keep them from hearing. Oh, the Halloween? Oh, the kids. Yeah, all the knocking. So these are amazing. Look, they're in costume. Not all of them are like this, though, as far as Halloween goes. I think she's one of my favorites with her Viking Valkyrie thing going on there. We got a Native American. And then these are just kind of like the what's his name? The tattoo artist. Look at her. Ed, what's his name? Ed Mo, you've got to know this. You love the feeling your neighbors are going to use some, even though fireworks are illegal here. Oh, um, sorry, there's a train going by. I'm shaking. These are beautiful though, and they also uh, are a little more matte because some stickers are just too shiny for me. Look how cute she is. These are really cutesy for me. Um, but I love them. I really do love them. These, I did order a second set because I'm going to put them in some giveaways. Look at how adorable. And you know, I like to use a strong female lead in all my stuff. And I see a book coming. Ed Hardy. That's his name. Ed Hardy. Did somebody say that? I've never been a sticker person, or I mean, I don't usually buy packs of paper, but this is perfect for my upcoming surgery with one hand. I think then I can sit by the TV, or you know, it's like part of the work is done for me. Hey Sherry, I'm glad you're here. I'm showing some goodies that I got for my upcoming surgery. Oh, and one more thing. This is full of girls, full of beautiful. They're all like this. And like I said, I'll probably be, there's a pink section in here. You guys can have those. I'll probably be taping the backs down, and then I can, you know, if I want to use the sticker still, I can. But I'll be putting these on backgrounds, and this leads me up to that. And I'm about to grab that, and it's alcohol ink backgrounds. So let's put this away. So I've really had fun. I didn't spend much money. I got some new stencils. I got you know, stuff that I can use easily. Hopefully easily. So you guys know how much I love these tags, and I'm so glad everybody's here. Thank you for being here, you guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, so these are some that can be finished off. Some of them with the alcohol ink turn out so beautiful. They don't need anything else. And these tags come, you get 900 in a box, and what they are blank flashcards. And I like the 3x5. I do have some of the smaller ones that are the size of an ATC, but they're perfect on alcohol ink on the gel plate. They're, you know, they've got a shiny side, they've got a matte side. You guys know, you've seen me use these so much, and I have another set coming today that were supposed to come yesterday so that I could use them on a plate, but they didn't come yet. So I did dig out a few that I had. Anyway, I keep these on rings, and I grab these when I, you know, want a base, you know, if I need a substrate that's already started. And these are perfect for, you know, adding those stickers to, or some of those papers, or, you know, whatever, do some scribbling on, or use a marker, or learn how to use my left hand at all. I ordered a bidet, you guys. I ordered a bidet to help me because I can't use my left hand. It's just worthless. So, and my husband is like, yay, we're getting a bidet. I don't know why he's excited. Anyway, so some turn out great. Some turn out like, oh yeah, that needs more. These right here, this is a great way to finish them off, that's just some gold paint, a stencil. There's a stencil with Tim Holtz ink. I can't think right now. Words are hard, distress ink. And so I just go in the gaps, and the way I use the ink on the plate, if you haven't seen me do it, I have a technique, and I actually get quite a few pulls out of one plate where, oh yeah, a nice warm bidet spray. I don't know if it'll be warm. I don't think it's warm. I think it's cold because it's hooked up to underneath the toilet. So it'd be, hi, Joan. Welcome. Oh yeah, we're doing the alcohol ink. So anyway, there are ways to finish it off, you know, to go back in. Like I could sit and scribble and, you know, go around all of those. And some of them just turn out so beautiful already. But we're going to use some stamps and some new stencils because it doesn't really work with the old ones if they have paint built up on them. Got to have a good seal. And it's more about backgrounds. So let's get started. And I'm going to get started with my full, we're just going to do one full big, I just put some mineral oil on this and then wiped it off with a baby wipe. You still see traces of the graphite. Eventually it wears off, but you know. Okay, so I do have my favorite inks out here. I have some tools. I have my very favorite Pixis gold and white, which I use a lot of, and you'll see. And I put a bead in the bottom of those, and that way it, you know, because you get that if it sits for very long, it'll settle at the bottom. So I want to hear the bead. Sorry, I'm blurry again. What is going on? Is it when the train passes? Let me go out. Let me do this real quick. Hold on. I'm going to go into the settings. I'm going to try a standard definition. No one's home. There's no one using the internet. I don't know what is happening. Is it better, guys? I mean, the definition will be a little less, but is it better? I hope. I just need to know. And it could have been because I was shaking this stuff because, you know, it tries to find something. All right. Yeah, there we go. So I have these out. I'm going to use those everywhere. I have my secret sauce, which is, did that fix it? Not better for you. Oh my goodness. I am at a loss. What is happening here? Hey, you guys, don't give up on me, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to come back in. Oh, it's better. Is it better? I mean, I changed the resolution on the camera, so it's not draining as much internet, but maybe I need to get a, does it need something to focus on? Maybe. Yeah, I was wondering if the fast movements were too, because you know me, I'm vibrating all the time. So hand sanitizer and 90% alcohol, isopropyl alcohol mixed together. That's my secret sauce. And the reason we do that is so it stays on the plate longer and the ink doesn't spread out as much. So it creates, you know, a better base for the ink. That dries immediately otherwise. So, and then I do have just some few colors here, and I have my little turntable off to the side here, brought the whole thing down. So we'll see what happens. So let's just do one cover and I will show you how far the ink goes. It's going to look like mud to you guys, but you'll see how I make it work. Okay, so first thing you want to do is, I'm afraid to shake anything now, is spray your plate with your half and half with your secret sauce. And then I'm going to get some colors out here. I put some in this basket right here that I want to use up. Some of them are almost empty. Some of them are, you know, like this one, almost empty, which will make some nice splatters in a while if I set that upside down. So we've got that one. And then let's see, how about some gold? So I'm just grabbing colors here. And this says gold, but it's like, this one is US Art Supply alcohol ink in gold. And it's more like a golden yellow color. Or it looks brown technically, but I don't know why they call it gold. Okay, I know that looks like a lot, but we're going to have more. You'll see. And I really want to use this up. This is a small brown weird one that I have here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that one. And I just conditioned it, so we'll see how it behaves. And then I'm going to spray it again. Another thing about this spray, when you spray with the rubbing alcohol only, it breaks it up more than when you spray it with this. So you don't lose what you have going on the plate so much. So I'm going to just give it some little moves here. I just want to kind of spread it out, kind of blend some colors together. I don't think we ever used orange on the plate. So something in all caps, wondering if the fast movements, it's a small bit better. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm going to have to figure out with StreamYard what is going on, because I have no idea. We've always done, nothing's changed. We've always done it this way. I've been doing it for years, and suddenly there's a problem? That's kind of weird. What if we mix alcohol and have glycerin? I'm not sure if glycerin is the right choice for alcohol ink. Alcohol ink is pigment and resin, technically, and alcohol, obviously. So I don't think that glycerin, that looks weird, is probably a good choice to go with it. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I just don't want full blotches. Well, there can be some. I don't, you know. And then I'm going to use, I think this is some sort of a green. I've got some mystery colors here. We'll find out, won't we? Don't panic. I know it looks like a lot, but we'll get there. Oh, it's purple. Oh, well, it's like Halloween now. I'm going to put some gold on. A lot of gold, because, you know, I love the way it separates. Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And pretty quick here, we'll do a pickup. So I'm just coating my plate here. I'm just having fun, dropping colors. You notice that the colors don't make mud because of that spray. The spray keeps it in place and keeps everything from blending too much, and you have more time to work with it. So was there a question, Julie? It looks pinkish. I'm sorry the resolution's crappy, you guys. I feel like, I feel so bad about it. I will hold everything up, okay? All right. I think we need more. I like what's happening with these. So I'm going to go in where there's purple now. So now I'm going to get more. Before I was just kind of putting it everywhere, right? And now I'm going to be intentional about it, where I think, oh, that looks too dark, or oh, I want to break up that gold, or oh, that really needs some white in the background, because, you know, the white actually makes it opaque, kind of a little bit more opaque and less transparent and just, you know, dark. There's a whole bunch leaking down the side. I'm not sure why. Okay. And then I'm going to go in those white spots with some purple. And then I'll blow it out. Don't worry. I know this is a lot of ink, but it's going to go so far. We'll get lots and lots and lots of stuff out of this. Promise. Especially because I like to use a variety of things to pull with. Now, if you just stuck a piece of cardstock on here and pulled it, it would be like definitely being intentional here. It would definitely just soak it all up. If your paper is just super absorbent and you just set it down. Hey, Beth, you missed it. Hand sanitizer might have glycerin in it, and then aloe vera gel. Oh, yeah, whatever the ingredients are in that, I'm sure that would be fine then, if that's the case. Okay, so we should see what we have here. Let's give it another spray. So I want to show you the difference here. I'm going to spray this half, and it makes all these little circles, right? But if I spray this half, it does less. There's less disruption in the colors. You can also tip your plate if you want things to drip or do fun stuff, and that's exactly what it's doing right now. Look at that. All right, so it's not going to look like this. That's the fun part. I'm going to use some of these. What I have here is some photo paper, and I have some alcohol ink paper from, I'll show you the company in a minute. So what you're going to want to do is just go quickly, tap, 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 pick it up, tap, 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 pick it up, and it'll dry a little bit different than that. So we're going to go quickly and pick up that gold. Now, if you leave it on there, you'll get more, you'll get less of the movement of the ink, you know. So I'll show you some of these in a minute that I did yesterday. I haven't done this for a while. I don't know about that color combo, but, oh, actually, look, it's getting better and better. Do you see that? Ooh. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Okay, and if it starts to dry out on you, just spray it again. And I really don't use the dendritic stuff. That was what I was talking about earlier. Words are hard. They are, I swear. I really don't use the, what's it called? The blender. And I really should try it on the plate. I think I did it first before I started using the hand sanitizer. Let's see. And then I want some of these tags. I have a few of them. Probably have some sitting on my porch right now. So they come, there's like 300 in a set, and they're blank flashcards. They're made by Kugel. They're the only ones I've ever tried, and I love them. It's beautiful. And then I would finish that off with like a stencil in all the little white areas. But then I'm going to do something else here. So I'm going to take that one right there because it doesn't match, but I can, and that one maybe I can make match. And I'm going to take my new stamps, and I'm going to make some marks here. And it's a good time when it's wet to do this, obviously. So let's see, I'm going to put it all the way at the top here. And then I'll show you the different kinds of paper that I have too. Well, that's kind of ugly. The colors are turning brown on me. Be orange, be orange. I'm gonna do some blending. And then what I do is I just keep adding color to it. And if I don't like it, then I'll go ahead and pull it with some white. But I'll keep adding to it if I'm good with the color palette that I have. Now, you can use any sort of a pattern. If you're going to use a stamp, you can use whatever you want. But if you're going to use a stencil, it's more of a pattern that you're looking for. So, because if you use a solid thing, chances are you're not going to get that perfect image that you want. So it's better to use that. Let me show you the paper that I've been using. Where I put it someplace to show you. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Okay. So the alcohol ink paper is this Pixis alcohol ink paper, and it's really thick. You can use folders. You can use cardstock. You can use, like, I love those flashcards, and I've got like 900 of them hanging in here, except for a few that I've given away or put in journals or whatever. And then I ordered another 300. That's 1,200 of them. That is ridiculous, doing the math. That is ridiculous, right? Any sort of alcohol ink paper obviously can work, and I have some clear stuff. Now, they say don't put photo paper on the gel plate, but this is matte photo paper. And it is just fine. It's perfect, actually. So, and I love this. You get, let's see, you get 50 sheets for like $5.99 on Amazon, and totally worth it. I accidentally ordered 2 and I was just tickled pink. I didn't mean to order 2. And I was like, oh, yay, I love this stuff. I got it to print some photos, but it's really thick, and it's just, it feels nice. It feels really nice. Book pages are a great thing to use for this too. But let's do something with this, because I'm displeased here. And what I'm going to do is add white. And I think what I'm going to do is just shift over to more purples, and we will leave that orange in there, and it should be fine. We'll see. So I'm going to use some of my secret sauce, and I'm just going to tip it. It's a little easier than blowing it. See if I can get it to move. No, it's not moving, and it doesn't matter, because then I'm going to pick another purple. Let's see, this one is Vineyard. I don't know if I've used this one. Some intentional places too. I've got another plate out where we can actually use a stencil on the next one too. All right, and it definitely needs some of this. And some of this. Now, with alcohol ink, you can just keep going and going until until you like it. I mean, other than if you make mud, Can you let the alcohol ink dry and then put? Yes, you can. And that's what I was going to say. When I start to get disappointed with what's on the plate, which, these were colors that were like mystery colors. So it is what it is. I'm going to have this all over my computer. It's just spraying everywhere. But when I get to that point, I'll stop, let the ink dry, and then I will pull it with a white or something thick. So in my left hand, I have, look, I can use my left hand. My shoulder thing came today. Because it's really been bugging me. So I'm going to practice and see. And this does yellow your plate, just so you know. So it's hard to see what's going on truly. Maybe we'll drip it. And then I want to use some, I've got some other mystery colors here. This one says stone washed, so it must be denim. Oh, I'm afraid to shake anything. So, ooh, yeah, let's do that. So we'll get this to a point where we'll do some more tags. I'll pull out some more stamps. I'm going to give it another squirt here. And we want to break out the gold. I wish they could come up with some other metallics that are as good as this gold. This gold does that thing that it kind of flakes to the sides and it looks like gilding. It's beautiful. So I'm being more intentional this time. Making sure when I put the tags on, I have things of, places of interest everywhere. I kind of like what's going on right there. So I'm looking at it in small bits in my, like I'm breaking it up with my brain power. Is there other chemicals in the matte photo paper versus gloss that don't ruin the I don't know. I'm not having a problem with the matte photo paper, and we will pull that out next. I will show you. This was almost empty, and I thought, we get some splatters out of that at least. It's another time you can use some patterns. You can you know, and it doesn't look like they're showing up until you pull it, which is fun. So that's 4 quadrants. So let's use some of this photo paper, huh? So, and it's the same on both sides, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna let it sit for a moment. And let it sit for a moment. And then let's take these tags and just go down the side, down the side. And you'll end up with ink still on the plate. I mean, it'll keep going and going and going, even if you don't add. It's not wet enough. And it'll dry different. I hate it. Oh, the other one's it's changing on me. It's kind of okay. I'm okay with it. I want to pick up some of this purple right here. Oh, don't touch. And I want to pick up some of this purple right here. Everything's always a layer away from being great, huh? Okay, here's some of the ones. See how they change when they dry? It's not quite dry yet, but it's beautiful. This one also not quite dry yet. That one's photo paper. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna, oh, I still see some of the pattern there. Let me see if I can pick some of that up. Woo! A little bit. And then maybe I go like this, get that in the middle. These ones are just flimsy little tags. They're not, I mean, they're thinner than a folder even. These ones I ordered, I can't remember where I got these ones. These ones are nice and thick. They're like the flashcards, but they're small. I like doing things bigger. I'm a bigger is better girl. I'm gonna add a little bit of moisture here. And just going to keep picking up. See how far, I mean, we covered the plate in the first place with a whole lot of ink, but we're still picking up that first layer of ink too. I mean, I added more, but not that much more. Another way you could do this would be to maybe take a stamp and go where it's wet. It didn't even work. It's too wet. All right, let's pick this one up. All right, so I think what I'm going to do right now is we're going to cover this thing in tags. We're just going to do it. I wish I had more. Oh, I have a few more of the white ones here. Oh, they're just my favorite. Plus they hang from the ring, which is really handy. I have, you know, a whole area on the back of a filing cabinet that's kind of at the end of my desk in the middle of the room. And it is covered with hooks and has these on it. That didn't quite cover the whole thing, but maybe we can just do this. Okay. So if we leave them on there, they'll pick up more of the ink, obviously. I'm gonna do this. But if you pick it up sooner, then you get that kind of dendritic because it pulls the liquid off to the side. Hey, Dana. Oh, Mo, are you sick? You love it. Send it to you. Oh, I'm so sorry you're feeling sick, Mo. Oh, I totally miss that. I'm about to use it on some vellum. I do have some sitting here, and what it is alcohol ink paper, and it's thinner than vellum. Uh, thanks for all your being here, Sick Mo. Yeah, you can let it dry on the plate, and you can pick it up with paint. Absolutely. We're gonna pull these in just a second here, and then we'll do that and pull the rest of it up. But I'll set it off to the side. We'll pull another plate out, and we will use a stencil this time, okay? I love using alcohol ink on the plate. I just feel like it goes and goes and goes. It's like the Energizer Bunny, you know? Plus I get these really cool, there's a hair on that, really cool backgrounds, and not every one of them is a winner, but maybe they're a layer away from being there. I think my white is chunky right now, and it probably didn't get mixed up in the bottle before it got refilled once, the last time. And so I feel like it's chunkier. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I was using some white that was sent to me, and it's not the Pixis. It is, hold on. I refilled with another brand. It's right here. I refilled with this brand. That's why it's different. So I clearly need to order my favorite Pixis white that comes in the big bottle, because it doesn't do that. That one was from Mariah. Okay. So I'm looking where it's still dry, or where it's wet still. Yeah, it's drying. So what I'm going to do is set it off to the side. But I mean, I've got a whole pile of stuff here from that plate. So let's let this dry. It's always fun to go back in over it. You use it like a background, and you go back in with some black or some white paint on a stencil on your gel plate and go over it. It's beautiful. Pick up with that. Yes, for new friends watching. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we have trains. And I feel like my arm, since I moved my desk, is not as sturdy, and maybe I could hook it to something else, perhaps. I don't know. It has to be in a, it's like an articulated arm. It has to be in a certain place. Yeah, I'm having trouble. I don't know what's going on. As long as you guys can see. Do I re-wet it with alcohol before I pick it up with paint? No. I'm going to let it dry all the way. So this was just moisturized here. Let's pull another white out and see if it makes a difference. I've got the Mixative Snow Cap. We're going to try that one instead. And I won't use this one. I forgot that I refilled with that other brand. This one is gone now. Okay, so the first thing I need is a new stencil. Let me show you these. So I did these yesterday. This is one of the stencils I just got. This, look at that. I love her. But she's a lot bigger than I thought she was going to be. But there's one here. I have this paper I wanted to use up too. There's one here with her. Flowers. I've got some skulls. Not that one. That one turned out great. See that? Yeah. Oh yeah, you can pick it up with acrylic. I love mixed media, so I'm not afraid to mix everything together, actually. This is a nice background. It was a first pull, so the plate was super wet, but it almost has some cloud-like dendritic things happening there. I think it's got some beautiful moments. Some of it I don't like, but I think it's that white that's giving me trouble. And I'm a big fan of the white, and that was a last pull. This is a Bible page, and that is like it's a it's a tissue paper kind of. But I was just putting it on to pick up the edges over some other things. So that was just like a scrap piece. Got this beauty. Oh, refocus. Is it really doing that again? I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, let's go. Is that better? I'm going to have to contact them or something and find out what's going on. There's a having trouble button. I know. That was just me picking up what was on the plate there. I put the stencil back down, put a little white down, and then I used it to pick up. But then it missed this one spot because I picked it up with a copper paint. And then I have a variety of skeleton heads here, some lovely tags that are started. I love this. You see that? This is one of those pieces of alcoholic paper that is, it's like a vellum. Look at that. Look at that. And then I picked this one up with silver paint. It's just on cardstock or on a piece of that photo paper. These are just scrappy pieces. Scrappy pieces. Ugh, so gorgeous. The darkness. There we go. See that, guys? It does curl the paper up, and I don't know why it's called alcohol ink paper if it curls the paper. It doesn't seem like the right thing, but that's what it's called. And then I have a variety of little backgrounds and tags and, you know, things to start with. I love that. This was the winner, I think. It's just cleaning up the stencil. There's a bonus when you use a stencil. You get double duty on it. Because I think I get even better pulls when I just spray the stencil with alcohol and pull it, you know? So let's put that off to the side. Okay, so we're going to start out with our no, not the secret sauce. We're going to start out with a stencil. And this is where you don't want to pick like, a thing really, because you might have blurry lines. So you're going to want to pick something that has a pattern, something that's new or very clean. Let me see here. Something, this one is very clean. It's not quite wide enough. I thought I had one picked out. Now I don't see it. I could do a spider web again, or I haven't used this one yet. This one's good. It's just a Temu stencil. So you're going to want to make sure your stencil's down really, really well. So make sure you've got full contact on the stencil. And don't expect to get perfect lines because you're going to have places where it's going to be perfect and places where it's not. Like I see it's not going down. You can see the color kind of change on the stencil. Okay, so I've got that on first. I'm going to spray it with my secret sauce. It's gradually improving. My goodness. Well, I haven't changed anything. And the last 2 times it's done this, or 3 times even. It did it at the end, like 3 different times ago. Okay, so I got to pick, I need colors. I should have picked that out first. So let's go with my favorite colors. I've got them off here to the side. Monsoon, moss. I'm going to put these away because I don't want to use them. I'm going to stay away from red because when I add the white, it makes pink. Mushroom. Earth. I need more butterscotch. Let's see. I'm looking. I've got Dijon. Not much, but maybe I'm almost out of ginger. Okay, we'll go with those. That's fine. So you guys have seen this palette from me already before. I mean, on some of the things that I showed. Oh, that was purple, wasn't it? Look at this pile, you guys. I mean, they're not done, but they are, you know, one layer from, I like that a lot. And that has that little pattern in it. You can see. And oh, those are stuck together. So it was a whole pile of stuff. Wasn't there more? I feel like there was more. Okay, so we've got our sauce down. Now I'm going to pick a base color here. And I'm going to just grab this big one here. This brown. Oh, I have the gold I could use instead of my butterscotch. I'm just going to kind of, maybe I'll be more intentional this time. Because I know that I'm usually use small things on it, I'm not very intentional with my colors until I get toward the end, you know, where I can see where it's going under the stencil in some places because it doesn't have full contact. This stencil came bent. I was mad. It was like 89 cents, but I'm still mad. What card stock did I use earlier? It could be a solar disturbance. You are absolutely right about that, Jen. I was talking about that at the beginning. Were you here for that? It could knock out our power grids technically over this weekend, which if we had to redo all of our infrastructure, imagine how crazy that would be. Aliens are coming anyway. They'll save us. Right? Just being intentional with color here. Got the snow cap. You weren't here in the beginning. Yeah, I was talking about how we have 2 moons right now. I read the most perfect cards. Were you here for that part? The oracle cards. I can't get this open. Hold on. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, my teeth. Ugh. These, when she sent them, I gotta shake this. It's thin on top, so I know it's not mixed. It needs a bead in it. When she sent him, one of the bottles exploded. Let me get a pin here. And it was all over all the bottles in the box. It was crazy. It was crazy. So I cleaned them all up with alcohol. Yeah, it's still, I'm going to have to use that other white. I got to figure out what's up with that white. Come on. Okay, this one's, it's chunky inside. Well, no wonder. This was one of the ones that was sent to me. It's got that pink on it. A whole bottle of green and raspberry spilled all over everything. So we're going to go back to this other white, I suppose, right here. I have to have white, guys. It's what makes everything opaque, you know? You guys can use regular cardstock and just put gesso on it if you want. If you want to have more of a surface that's not as absorbent, kind of like we talked about last time. The white changes the colors, and I think it's beautiful. It gives it a variation of that color. It's kind of like a sister color, you know, to the like I've got a green, but then I have this beautiful creamy toned green that's like it got variation in it. I just love it. Okay, so that now we want, let's go with the gold. Going with the gold. Intentionally, with intention. We're not going to have this whole pattern. I can see where it's the parts that want to lift here. But it'll have some of it. I think the stencil's doing this. See, it's so pretty where the white is. It's just my favorite spots. Where did I set it? I kind of need my fan on. I thought my fan was causing problems. I'm going to be drunk in a minute, guys. Hold on, let me plug in my fan. Oh, I don't know if it was causing trouble. Where did I set the white? Okay, that's it. Oh, I put it back. Oh my gosh. So gold in the corners, in the corners. Okay. And what's going to happen is that gold is going to settle on the edges of the stencil, and it's really cool. You missed the Oracle cards. Oh yeah, definitely rewatch the beginning. They were perfect. They couldn't have been more perfect than last time. Oh yeah. Celia, you should have a play. We always need to play. There's my dog's barking, and it's probably the flashcards, the tags. So at this point, if I want, I can, because there's quite a puddle there, I could actually use this and spread it out a little bit and get into some places. Now watch out, guys. This is what makes a mess right here. Do you see what's happening? So I have to let this dry, or I need to put it in front of a fan or whatever, but I can start using this also. So if I did that, let's say just a little tag here, and it's got a less absorbent side and a more, more absorbent. It's like, it's smoother. So this has a lot of ink right here. So let's say I just want to do that. We'll see if our pattern comes up or if there's too. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys. And it's grounded too in that, with that beautiful green on the bottom. Look at how swirly that green is. Can you see it? It's beautiful. No, I use the plate for other things too. No, I have some plates that aren't stained, and I have the ones that I use alcohol ink on, but I also use paint on them. The yellow doesn't bother me. I don't mind. I don't mind. Do you guys mind a yellow plate? Does it bother you? This white is not good. I do have some book pages off to the side here too, that I keep next to me in case I need to clean a stencil off, or if there's something I need to do. Roll a brayer, whatever. So I'm going to do that again right here. Whoa. But then I'm going to put more ink down. So I won't deplete this. I just, oh, it's going to dry a little different too. Yeah, I don't mind. I really like the ink on the plate, so it doesn't bother me, not one little bit. I'm, I know it was for a good cause, so it's no big deal, right? Just kind of getting some back in there. Blow it, blow it. So I'm going to put a big piece on this. Let's grab that. It was, did we use the monsoon, or that we used the moss? We didn't use the monsoon yet. Okay. I'm just kind of keeping it the same. Just being intentional here. Okay. A little bit more of that here. Let's, I'm just going to the darkest spots and kind of lightening them up a little where I feel like it needs more balance. So then let me do something larger. Let's do a piece of that alcohol ink. No, let's do this. Yeah, the alcohol ink stuff that's like vellum. It's a little thinner than vellum. So let's try, and you just barely want to touch it. If you're going to do it with a stencil and you want to keep going. A little bit different, but you don't own any inks. Well, you could probably use other if you have like acrylic inks, but I don't think you need the secret sauce. I mean, it might help. I don't know. It might. The other side, because they feel different. So I'm going to try this one. And see, that amount will keep going and going. It's, you know, every bit of it gets used, every drop. Oh, it's so good. That's going to dry so beautiful. Yeah, that's going to be beautiful when it dries. And they always look different when they dry. I'll show them to you in a minute because they don't take long. And then I splattered all over these. So I'm going to go square in the middle. And the ink is kind of drying, so I know it shouldn't have too much of a puddly effect. Yeah. And I don't like that. I need it to have a little color at the top. There we go. Sometimes you can do just half on purpose, like at an angle. Ooh, that was unexpected. It's very wet over there. That's why. There. Train's going by again. Gosh, guys. I will find, when I'm done here today, try to find a different, more stable place for my camera arm, my articulated camera arm. I mean, it's got the screws and the springs and, you know, it bends and does all that stuff. So, but my whole upstairs shakes when the train goes by. So I don't know why I'm surprised. Okay. And then you see that white space right there? I'm going to get like I'm going to get more on that white space. It's just where I touched it. And you can keep going and going. Okay, so these are dry. Look at these. Well, they're almost dry. See how different? Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I'm holding the camera. See that? They dry a little bit different than what you see when they're wet. So you might think, oh, I don't like that, you know, but wait till it dries because you'll be surprised. Let's see. I'm going to add some more of this, just 2 squirts. I'll try to share a picture of my mushrooms later that are coming up. I'm so proud of myself for growing them. I ended up building a mushroom cave this week because they just were taking so long. I couldn't figure out why, but they weren't. This is too wide. They weren't staying warm enough. And then all of a sudden, all of them were ready. We're ready to go to the next step. So do I hear the trains? Yeah, I do. It's like, it reminds me of my childhood because we lived in a train town. And when we moved over here, the first time I heard the train, it just made me smile. Not that I had a smiley childhood, but, you know, it was just like something I was used to, and it actually helps me sleep. We're 2 blocks from the tracks, and it's the upstairs that shakes a lot more than the downstairs. Should have had it a little more wet for that, but I was yapping. That's really cool, though. I mean, I could put this in as a background and add, you know, some steampunk elements right here. I can spray after it's dry, spray it with my walnut spray. And because I'm allergic to white, apparently. I'm allergic to white. Yeah. We don't hear the train when we're downstairs, though, unless we're listening for it, because it's just like I know we're 2 blocks from it, but it's like a background noise now. Okay, this is almost dry. You see the difference? It's beautiful. I could see binding this in a book and putting it, you know, or taping it over something that you have to lift, or I think it's beautiful. Except for that white, and that's what those chunks are there that we're seeing. It's the white. Here's the other one. It's not quite dry. It had more on it because it was first. You grew up 3 houses from a train too. Yeah, it is 3 rows. But yeah, we really don't. I mean, they're honking. We hear that. It's annoying. It's very annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Look at that, you guys. I don't think I've ever had such a good impression. Not the whole thing like that. I didn't expect that because it was kind of going under. And I hope when I add the white that this color that we created when they mixed, it doesn't turn sort of pinky. But look at that. Okay, this right here. Remember I was saying that I actually get better impressions from the stencil after I take it off the plate? Let's go. Shall we go? Let's do it. Let's put it on a piece of this. All right. Oh, it's beautiful. It looks gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to put it on that. I'm going to spray it with alcohol. Not secret sauce. Alcohol, like a lot of it. And let's go like this. And that alcohol is 90%, so it dries really, really fast. You want to give it enough time, though. So it's not runny. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's good. Oh, I am so happy with that, except for now I just got inky fingers on that. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side. I want to kind of keep these all together so I can show you how many we get out of these. So I'm going to spray it again. This time I want to use one of these pages so it can be used as collage paper. Let's see. Let's get some of my favorite kind of wet strength tissue here. It'll keep giving and giving too. It's surprising how far it goes. Beautiful. It is a beautiful variety of colors. I did stick with like 4 of them there. The white doesn't count. Yeah. So I'm going to do the other half of that. Oh, I love that. And this is gonna dry with some. The gold is really going to show, I think. I want to get this. It moved. Now I have. Oh yeah. Okay. So it seems that I did it. There's the color on that side, and then I've got the color on that side. But one will be more faint. Great tissue. Great tissue. And there's still some more on there. So at this point, I can either decide, it's a surprise for next time, or I can spray it and take some of the things that I just made with this, where maybe I had, where's that half tag? One of those half tags. Maybe I take something that's got some space. I don't know if that'll match. There's a lot right here. And maybe I can get it to give up some of that ink right there. And the alcohol should disturb the ink that's already on there because that's the shiny side of this tag. Nope. Well, no, we did get some lines, but not really enough. Anyway, so let's look at the variety that we got out of this. Oh, and then there's that. And it looks like rusty paper almost. I'm going to put it between 2 pieces. and lose the stencil forever. Right? Oh. Just, you know, picking up the ink. Oh, still loving that. And there's so much ink left on it. I just can't get it to come up. It's amazing. All right. So, oh my goodness, you guys, look at my desk. It looks like rust. How on earth did that happen? Wow. Well, that's a winner. That is a winner. Okay, so we got some pieces of tissue there. We got this piece of tissue. Let's see. I better put that stencil someplace else or I will lose it. We got some of these on the photo paper. Winner, winner, right there. Winner, winner. We got some of these on the, stuck together, on the thin vellum, we're going to call it. I'm going to leave that one on top because that is, wow, that is the winner. Winner, winner. I don't want anything to touch it. I want it to stay exactly like it is forever and ever. Amen. So then we got these. These ones are kind of stuck together. These beauties. I love this because I just love those spaces that it created. And it's not a true image, but we got like a hint of it there. Same with that one. And that one needs work. Got those. Okay. That one. And that one. So they just go really far. It's a lot of fun. Plus we've got all the ink on the plate that needs pulled. And it's drying. So let's pull this one. You guys ready for this? Let's pull it. All right. So I have to decide, do I want to, I can't use that one. I need to use this because it dries fast. But there are some hard edges on here that maybe I don't want. So I'm just going to go in and kind of soften those little edges up. And I used regular rubbing alcohol for that, so it dries quickly. And then I can decide, do I want to put a stencil on it or whatever when I go to pick it up? And then I would have two pickups that way. But I think what I'm going to do is pull it with like not the cream. I've got silver, but there's gold on there. White. I'm looking at my thicker paints here, guys. I think maybe just the cream. What do you think, guys? Does that work? Just the cream? Let me get my paper ready. Okay. And this is just cardstock. Oh, boogers. Keeping it. All right. A bit here, a bit here. Let's see if that's enough. Maybe not. Paint is nice and thick. When I'm rolling, it shakes my desk for sure. When we're downstairs, our house is pretty quiet. We really don't hear the trains, but they're there. They are there. I'm going to roll off on a piece of book page over here. And let's get this on here. Down on the edges. So this is one that you have to set off to the side. You want enough paint on there. Aw, we missed the bronze. We want enough paint on there to pick it up, to pick it all up, because there's layers on there. So you're going to want to make it kind of thick. You know, it won't be transparent at least. And then let it dry. I wish I could, if the plate wasn't yellow, we could see what it's going to look like. But that looks like crap. So, you know. It doesn't work that way. Okay, we have this one. And this one, I don't have a thicker bronze. This one needs dried a little bit. I need a thicker bronze. Let me look in my Liquitex or my tubes of paint at the thick stuff here. Hold on. The thicker stuff. All right. Some colors to be out of there. Oh, do that. Hold on. Oh, I think. Oh, where's the brown one? I have a brown one that is. There it is. The Gotta Deal brown. The pearly brown is really good. Unless it washes that out. I have the Gotta Deal gold, which is really thick. I have this one that I barely used, but there's already some kind of sienna in there, and I don't want it to disappear. So I'm thinking this one. What do you think, guys? The gold? Hey, Rhonda. I hope the camera looks okay now, guys. I don't know what's happening out there in the world, but maybe I need to get another Wi-Fi extender. It worked before, though, so I don't understand what the problem is. I really don't. Maybe I need to call my internet company. That would be a good thing, right? Okay, so we're going to use gold. Gold it is. And then I'm going to have to break out another plate, I guess. This paint actually picks up really well. The Gotta Deal is almost plasticky when you use it. It feels thick and like plastic, you know? Okay, so I'm going to use a piece of cardstock here, or whatever that is. It was just a scrap on the side. You like the light bronze looking one? You mean this plate or the colors? There's such a lag. Belinda, did I say hello to you? I feel like I might have missed you. If I did, I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. Oh, the one I used? Yeah, it's a gold. It's just a gold. It's a good gold, though. It's not golden gold, which is, I don't have the gold one, but I have the iridescent bronze. But that paint probably is too thin to pull this stuff. Look at that, guys. Even on a yellow plate, I am in love. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get another plate out. I'm not going to yellow up my new 8x10. Barely used that one. But what I'm going to do is pull out my large round. Does that sound okay, guys? You know, I do love my rounds. We still have half an hour? Yeah. If the camera would, you know, hold up, we could keep going. I would be okay. I'll thon when I'm in the right mood. Okay, so this has stuff that I left on it from last time. So I'll have to turn that over and pull it. I don't know why I left it on there. I could leave it on there and just choose those kind of colors, I guess. That's on this side. I need to put this on something. Hold on. Let me grab a thing. I gotta grab a thing from a dude. Over here. No. I can't find my thing. Hey, I've got a piece of glass. That's what I used to use before I had things, you know. All right, we're going to yellow this plate, I guess. Let's put this underneath to cover that. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that on there. It won't hurt it. The ink may or may not pick it up. If it does, it's a bonus, I think, especially for the grungy stuff that I like to do. So I see blue, green, gold. So I guess we're going to do one that's in the turquoises because blue and green. Is that good? You were a bit absent. Oh, no, you're fine. Oh, yes. A thumbs up would be amazing. Thank you so much. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Hi, Steph. Welcome. I have a 4, a 6, and an 8 inch round. I really, really like the round. I have round stencils for sale at the PM Artist Studio website that I designed, and they're really close to my heart. And I really do like a round plate. It is harder to bind a round book, though, I have to say. Just, point. Okay, so we're going with turquoise, we're going with blue, we're going with green. We're in that color palette. I keep finding things to put in the giveaway box here. Put some of this stuff away that's next to me here. Okay, so green, blue, looking in my little rolly thing here. Let's see. I've got this big teal here, or aqua. And then the teal, and I don't know what the difference is. Let's call it teal. And then I've got glacier. And let me put these back. I only have this here to hold what I can't sort. Let's see. Mermaid. How about mermaid? I wonder how close this is to this teal. I guess we'll find out. Indigo. It's kind of got a purple thing going on. Baja blue. Let's do that. Baja blue. And I need a bluer blue, I guess. Sailboat blue? All of those seem like the ocean. They have oceany names, don't they? Okay, and then I need a pop of color. So those are all kind of in the same, they're next to each other. They're in the same group, in the same family. So a pop of color there might be, because I'm going to be using white and the gold, but that might be orange, which today was probably the first time I broke out the orange. It might be, let's see, yellow. We could do like a bright yellow, like dandelion. I don't think I've used much of that. Let's see. I've never used coral because I'm afraid it'll turn pink, but maybe I would like it. I feel like we're going to the beach here. Let's see. Suggestions. 20 years. Wow. Goldie. Oh, yeah, Steph. Okay. I see that. Oh, I'm glad you have your name in parentheses. Thank you for doing that for us. Okay, so first I'm going to use my secret sauce, and we're going to, just pretend like that's not there for now. And if we get to pull some up, that's a bonus. I know I shouldn't put them away like this, should I? It's a bad girl. It's a very, very, very bad girl. My edges are a little dry too. Okay, secret sauce going down. Secret sauce, if you're new here, is a mix of half hand sanitizer and half rubbing alcohol. And really the ratio depends on how thick your hand sanitizer is. I just like to have a nice thick liquid to work with. And I don't have it everywhere. And it won't hurt your plate also. So let's see how teal this teal is first. So what if I followed this line here on the, yeah, let's do that. And maybe a white one next to it. And then maybe Baja blue. Some of these might be plugged. They were gifts. And I'm not worried about those drying. I'm going to get there. We'll get to spray them again if we need to. Hold on. Why? Because there's resin. Hey, I saw somebody putting their alcohol ink in a spray bottle. You should never do that. There's resin in your alcohol ink and then you're breathing it. So, no one needs to resin their lungs, really. Okay. It still didn't work. Okay, we're not using that color. That one needs help. Glacier. I don't know how old the ones are that were given to me also. They could be. Okay. I'm going to stop for a moment and try to do some blending here. Just a little. Boy, I don't like that white. I'm going to, when we get done today, I'm going to order some proper white. Because this white is chunky and it just doesn't mix very well anymore. I think it's old. I think that's what the problem is. Okay, I still want it to be able to move. It'll go back together too. Now the yellow is going to be adding, it's going to make some green on here because of the blue, which is fine. And when I add the white to it, hopefully a white that it works. It'll make it more opaque. Okay, I'm going to shake this. I should look in my drawer where I have extra inks. I wonder if I have a Pixis white down there. I need a new bottle anyway. A new one of these, and I have one more empty left. That's a lot of ink. I should put the gold on before I do all this. Trying to blow it out towards the colors there. Get some mixing going on in the different color families that go well together. So my high school colors were yellow and green. I do not want this to end up looking like that. It will disgust me. So it's going to have some more blue or turquoise or whatever. I'm going to look at my drawer right here. Let me see. Let us see. Oh my goodness. Nope. 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 That's not it. That's not it. Not it. Are you kidding? I have some. Just a tiny bit, but it's some. Well, time to order, I suppose. I was curious. It's just a little bit in the bottom. Well, so let's add more turquoise. Let's go with the mermaid now. And the only reason why we can get away with this many different colors is because they are in the same sort of color grouping. Okay, now I'm going to add my gold. Wish I could add more proper white. Kind of dripping. Allergic to white, so, can't stay white. Now gold. I'm very happy. Oh, yes, that's wonderful. Staying together. I don't know if you guys can see the edges on the gold, what it does when you drop it onto to a really wet puddle of ink, but it's amazing. The way it breaks up, I'm going to try to bring this up here. Do you see how it breaks up and it almost looks like gilding right there? Can you guys see that? It's amazing. So you want your gold to break up. So it has like that flaky effect right there. And then anywhere I want it to move a little bit more, I have bound some round books. If you go back and look in my playlists, you'll find some books that I made that were round. There's a few of them. And I actually have two in my sale thing. the sale that I was supposed to have in August, but then I, found out about my shoulder and ended up having some stuff done to my neck. And have I talked to you since they gave me those stupid trigger point shots that made me worse? I don't think I have. Trigger point shots. Do you know what that is, guys? Do you know what they do? They go in, and sometimes they use a dry needle for this. And he's telling me, because I'm asking him, I have no idea what he's doing. He just had me, sit on a stool and bend over the bed and kind of put my face on the bed. And I'm loving this, by the way. I want to break up. There's a lot of gold right there. I want to break up a little bit. Oh, it's beautiful. I feel like it needs another color. I'm not entirely sure. I almost think it needs the coral. What do you guys think? So with the trigger point injections, what they end up doing is they have this great big needle and they put it where your tendons are connected, and they do it over in many places. Like I had like 7 shots, and they go into where it's connected with a little bit of numbing and something else, I'm not sure what, and they dig around with the needle trying to loosen up the tendons because they're tight and they won't relax. And oh my gosh, it was the most ridiculous thing ever. Oh, let me find some paper. It was so bad. I was not happy. I got through the shots okay, but it hurt for days and days. Let me go like this real quick and get some of this up. I'm just going to go like that. It's almost like a planet. And then I'm going to add some of this. It was drying, so I had to do something. And then I want to do some tags here. It's hard to ignore the round size of the plate. So with the trigger point shots, he said it may work, it may not work. You may have to come back in for another round. But we'll see. And it works for some people for like 6 months. It might work for 2 weeks if it works. And so I went through all of that for nothing. They called back to see how I was doing and if I wanted another round. And I said, no, we are never doing that again. I was in so much pain. It made it worse. It never got better. It was supposed to relax the muscles. And what it did was tighten them even more. And I couldn't even believe it. So I'm going to continue to add more ink here. This is where it's really fun, where you just keep adding and playing and dabbing and, get into your zone. Well, I won't, but, oh, it was, yeah. When he said trigger point injections, they were talking about neck surgery. And he said, but let's try some trigger point injections because I think you'll be fine for a while. So I just couldn't believe it. I thought it was going to be like a bunch of little teeny tiny needles and it was some sort of numbing, something that made the muscles relax, or cortisone, or I don't know what I thought it was, but that's not what I thought it was going to be. That's for sure. Going with the blue. I think I should experiment with a little coral and try not to put white where the coral is. What do you guys think? If I can stand it, if I can handle it. Really lightening that up. Ooh, that was cool. It's everywhere now. That looks neat right there. So this is, if you're using it on the plate, you get to experiment and see, ooh, that's cool, that's not cool. Ooh, I like that, and you might find a rhythm in the things that you're doing. I'm going to try to pick that up the way it is. Do you see that? Let's do it on one of these this way. And I kind of need to leave it there for a minute because it's kind of wet. So while it's there, it's just, this is a great time to practice and play. See what works for you, what you like, what you don't like, you know. I like that. It's kind of going this way. And when it dries, it'll look a little bit different. Oh, your dad did it and it didn't work for him too? Yeah, if you ask me, no trigger point injection ever. Just don't do it. It's going to dry a little different, but we've got those like lines there. Okay, now I'm going to spray it and do some work here. So another thing you can do is add hand sanitizer with a smaller amount of alcohol to a squirt bottle so you have playtime. And this is probably where the blending solution comes in that I've never used. I have it. I don't use it. I don't think about it. I'm going to try more of the dandelion. More dandelion over here. I've let this dry, so now I've got to get this all at the same kind of, ooh, look what's happening there. I've got all these little, ooh, it's like cells. Okay, so I just want to make that side wet. Probably could use the dropper. So I'm going to try the coral. I'm trying it. I'm going to do it. Okay, so you had a steroid injection in your spine. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Well, what I have is I have neck pain every day, and I have discs. I can't put white there. I have to remember that. So I'm going to be really sparing with this stuff. Maybe make like a line there. It might make brown with the colors on here. No, well, but with turquoise, it could be brown. Yeah. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid to it to break it up so I can blow it out. It's also a great way to experiment with your colors and see, you know, hey, I really like this coral mixed with this green, or I really like the shade of brown it makes when I do this, or, you know, it's fun. Oh, the thing with this is it keeps coming undone. I think it needs more gold. It always needs more gold. So drop intentional gold. So instead of breaking up with white in the coral, I'll break up with gold. Because, you know, and then my white that I have to be careful with, it's almost gone. Right here is a dark spot. It's not too close to coral. And, oh, right there. If you need to work in smaller areas, that's cool too, because what I'm doing is going around the whole plate, and you know, it might dry by the time I get back to it with a blower or whatever, which is fine because I have this. But you know, if you need to, I mean, I'm doing this. And this. Ooh, drips. Please. We're going to have to pick this one up with paint. Look at that. Alloy. The gold is, no. It is my very favorite Pixis gold that I buy in the big bottle. It's like this one. I don't know what I did with it. I just had it. So you can buy the big bottle of white and gold. Those are my favorite too, that mix with everything and make more colors and more, you know, like I put those two on everything. And they come with they'll come with little bottles. And sometimes they come with little blenders, which I've never used the blenders, but you know, I think I need more of the gold right here. And then I'm going to use some teal to break it up. Because I don't want the splotches. I want drips. I'll take some drips. Whoa, this is leaky. Go on, do your thing. It was good the way it was, except for a couple spots. Meh, not happy. I also have this. This is from Camera Equipment, and you get like 2 for $7. We talked about it last time because this is the second in the alcohol ink series that we just started. So if you're new here and you haven't gone and watched that one, please do. And please note that I don't usually have some camera things going on. I do not know what's happening. Something is up. I've been doing this for years and I don't usually have camera issues. So don't give up on me. Please. And it could be solar flares. We've been having those for like a month and a half now. Like bigger ones than usual. Just cleaning off my thing there. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry and then we'll pick it up with paint. I'm not going to, you know, because it's round, I'm not going to go into all the little tags with it because then I end up with these weird straight lines and I like it the way it is. What I can do, because it's wet enough, I could probably take something like this and get something to show up on there, like some sort of a pattern, even if it's just pieces of it. I know it doesn't look like anything, but it may show up when we pull it. Like I can see that pattern right there, especially because I'm transferring color from one area to the next. If it's wet, of course. All right. Yep. I see the pattern there. All right. I could have stamped that off on something, but I didn't. Okay. Letting it dry. Now let's pull this other one. Are you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? What did I do with the, what did I do with the 5x7? Where the heck is that one? I set it someplace. Oh, this still feels a little wet. Let's see. Oh, it's going to pull. So remember, this is a leftover. This was the leftover ink on the plate. And we got that whole stack of stuff with backgrounds to play with. And I picked this up with cream, so it changed the color just ever so slightly. Grungy. Yes. You're considering buying a cheap airbrush for the ink. I have thought about that too. The puffer is hard on your hand. Yeah. Canned air might be too strong. You can use like a blow dryer, but you would want the tip on it that can direct, you know, like that you would add when you're doing a blowout curlers on your hair. You could do that on a cool setting if you have one laying around, or maybe just get one for your art room because you can get them pretty cheap. You know, so this isn't my favorite, but remember, this is all that leftover ink. but I also think it is kind of grungy gorgeous. I see that pattern in there. I love this orange that's happening here. It's a perfect background for anything, really. I mean, it just needs another layer or some cool 3D stuff in front of it, maybe in the back of a box that I do, or gotta go, you're streaming, come on over. You hear that, everybody? Beth is streaming. So if you are still on YouTube after this, you guys can go see Beth. Thank you so much for being here, Beth. It was really nice to have you here. And I did show your happy mail, the cards, and it was just so great. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. So really, we've only filled, that's 3 plates now. And we've got a pile of stuff. I really, really like that. And I really like that. This is meh, but okay. Once I put a stencil over that, it's going to be great. Let me put this off to the side. What did I do with the 5x7, guys? I don't know what I did with it. Set it off to dry someplace. Where did it go? I lost a gel plate. How do you do that? How? How that happens? Where the heck did I set it? Afterwards, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, I see it now. I lost it. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I guess we're pulling this one. That's fine. Or we can, this just is going to take a minute to dry, a minute longer. So we'll go ahead and load up another plate. I know we're almost out of time. Let's put another stencil down, shall we? Let's do, I want a spider web for my haunted house book that I bound. This doesn't cover the whole thing. So maybe I can do a spider web here. And this is a newer stencil. It doesn't have any paint on it. It only has ink on it. So, and it might give some ink too, because the ink on it is Tim Holtz Distress ink. So, and we are almost done for the day too. I hope that the picture is okay right now. As we continue, I'm probably going to do this one more plate. I will go a little over. Right now I'm looking through some strips that I have over here. I have all these because of that. So maybe it has to be one that doesn't have much on it. That one doesn't have much on it. These ones I've never used. I've used that one once. A couple of these are like virgin stencils here. I know because oh, there we go. That one's like swirly Beetlejuice. That'll work. And the haunted house. It's been a great picture for a while. Oh, good, good. I don't know what the deal is. It's making me angry. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Wish it didn't have that line, but that's okay. Let's go all the way over. Just off the edge. There we go. And we actually have to line that up because I can't overlap them because it'll create a gap underneath. So they need to sit just beside it. Okay. And anybody that doesn't want to stay while I go a little over today and finish this up, that's okay. I completely understand. We don't usually do that, but if we're getting a good picture right now, I want to take advantage of it. I do need to do one thing though, because I'm out of white. And I had another bottle. Right. Where'd you go now? Where'd you go? Oh, I have I should do some pearl this time. I forget I have these sort of pearly colors up here. Not the alcohol ink pearls specifically. This is just you'll see. Where did I put the little bottle? Where's it at? I don't have time to dilly-dally. No dilly-dally. Stop the dilly-dally. Oh, right here. Okay. Clearly this room is a mess right now. I'm going to see if I can't get it in here without the, this bottle leaks. All right. This is where we get solid inky right here. I just need a little bit. I don't know where my little funnel is. I haven't found it since I rearranged the room. I think this, when you order these, it comes with a little funnel to go with these bottles too. Splatter, splatter. Maybe I'll leave that in there and do some splattering in a while. All right, not too bad. I'll do this in a minute. Okay. So let's start with that. And I think what I'm going to do this time is use some gray stone and some black because it's spider webs. I mean, I wish I could use red. I can't because of the white. It turns pink. So maybe black and purple and gray, I guess. Go as long as you want. Aw. Yes, I stream the first and third Sunday of each month. And, oh, I didn't put this down first. I got excited about the white. And you never know what I'm going to be up to, right, guys? We do kind of projects, and we move along from month to month. I've got this gray stone right here I'd like to use. And this kind of has a bluey purple, when you mix it with the white, those colors come out. And I also have ADHD and I squirrel like a crazy person. I'm sure you have figured that out by now. But it helps me be a more creative person, I guess. And it makes me who I am, so I accept. And thank you all for accepting me the way I am. Crazy. Reading oracle cards and, you know, the beginning of the stream, you know, stuff like that. It's so nice when we find our tribe, isn't it, guys? It's nice to know that we're not alone and, you know, we find each other, even across the world. I mean, without the internet, we wouldn't find people like ourselves, you know, and I think that's amazing. Yeah. Oh, did I say Sunday? First and third Saturday of each month. Did I say Sunday? Don't believe her. Yeah, we do go on adventures on Saturday. Hey, you guys, we got so many mushrooms last time. I can't cook them all. There are so many mushrooms in my fridge right now and in the spare fridge. This is the black. We found a new spot. It was crazy. We could have stayed there longer, but it was getting dark. We kept like turning around and there'd be another pile of them. We got 5 to 7 gallons. It was hard to tell because we gave some away along the way home. We stopped and saw family. Yeah, so many mushrooms. We've never had that many, ever. Well, no, we haven't had that many for years. That's all. Details, details. Well, you know me, I'm a detail girl. Yeah. They're not always right, but you know, they're mine. I really want to use some red to go in the haunted house. Okay, I've got gray, I've got black, I've got white. We got to have our gold. They just made a silver like this. Maybe I'll pull out some of the other metallics this time too. Some of the, like the gunmetal. They're not great, but they're not like, they don't do the same thing this does. but they do something. I'm just going to do some of this time and let it decide where it goes. Okay, because I don't have a lot of white up here, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. Should I try it? I'm going to try it with, should I do burgundy or scarlet red, you guys? You really like the black, brown, white colors together. Yeah, they are, you know, and that is the haunted house look. Oh, we found like 4 lobster mushrooms, and the biggest one was like this, and I cooked those up last night. So Scarlet. We've got 1 vote for Scarlet here. Yeah, I cooked those up last night, and we had smashed cheesy potatoes, and those were sauteed and thrown over the top, just, you know, as an added, because I had some potatoes I needed to use up. But I have made mushroom pasta. I made tuna casserole. I made some mushroom soup. We found a few shaggy mains, lobster mushrooms, a new one to try, which we know is edible. We do carry a book with us, and we've seen them before. So the scarlet, well, this is burgundy, and this is scarlet. Look at me, splatters. Which one is darker? And then the gallons were the chanterelles. There was, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 gallons in a whole bunch of different paper bags, which is a lot of work for me because, you know, he doesn't cook them all. And then I found a whole bag full of really big corals, which we usually just see a few little ones. So the darker one, the burgundy, is that what we're talking about? The darkest. Have you guys had chanterelles? They are, so the red one, is that what you're saying? The red one, this one? Oh, bye, Julie. Thank you for being here. I know it's late for you. We appreciate you, and you have a happy weekend. Okay, so I'll go a little crazy here. I'll put a little red down on this, and I'll do the burgundy, maybe. So I'm just going to choose a few little spots where there's not white, hopefully, because, you know, there we go. Should we let it drip? Oh, no, it moved. Add some gold. We found a new spot, and it was crazy. And of course, Bill does most of the picking. I'll be like, over there. I'm pointing, you know. That's how it is, you know. I stay up on the main road and look around the car and look around because I can't do what I used to do. So, yeah. It's dry right here. See how light it is? This is maybe where I should add some of the burgundy. A little white right here. Don't go crazy with the white. You'll have pink. Don't have pink. No pink. All right. Where was that? Okay, now let's try a little burgundy. Let's see what this color looks like. I don't know if I've used this. It seems to have been opened. Burgundy. I'm a little scared. Not on the white. So we've got, well, that's white. We've got this. The white really wakes things up too. Like you can't see what's going on until you add the white sometimes. Just being really intentional with it, hopefully. That's white, not white. Okay. Add a little secret sauce, move it around. It kind of looks purple. Okay, now I'm going to juice it up really good, and I'm going to start laying some tags down on it. You gave Mariah a tissue print you did of red fingerprints to use for help. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, chanterelles kind of have a chickeny kind of thing going on. Okay, so if I didn't have that fan going, I'd be drunk by now. Or I can blame my loopiness on all the alcohol. I know it looks so dark in this frame, guys, but wait till you see this as I start pulling them up. Okay, I've got my tags here. I'm going to use the shiny side. Look! And it's going to dry a little bit different. Oh my gosh. Let's do it again. Let's do this over here. No. It has to be a little wet. It was drying there. Darn it. It's making mud on that one. We'll leave that one. Let it dry. Go back at it. I don't know why it's drying so fast. That black seems to dry faster. Okay. I'm kind of choosing moments here. Partials. This one's not being as nice to me. That's nice. Oh, it's good. Meh. You're going to get some meh, you know, like it's not perfect. I was going to say there's no science to it, but there really is. There's a science to it. But we don't want to take the fun out of it. So, you know, no science here. Add that darker where it's turning pink. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I like that. And these will look a little bit different when they're dry. So need to add more juice, and I'm going to add more stuff. So let's go with that. That's Midnight Black. Let's go with the gray stone. I really do like the gray stone, and I really like it when the white mixes with it. So let's just add some of that back in. I hadn't even used this stencil. I'm not sure if I like it. So far, I don't like any of the results from it. Okay. And then I'm going to add some more white. I might end up with some pink here, guys. I have to do what I have to do. I want to do a drippy one for the haunted house. I think that's a good idea. What do you think? Drippy? In like the browns and blacks? In the, you know, vintagey colors? Yeah, I'm getting pink. Hurts my hand. Gold. Kind of laying it where I laid it before. I'm looking for empty spots. That's where I'm putting it. White, right there. Right there. And I need to put a little bit of this in there because it's pretty dry. Making sure it's hand sanitizer and not oil. I have a bottle like this with oil in it for the plate. Okay. Now let's go again here. I'm moving it around, getting it wet again, giving it a, probably would help if I didn't have a fan right on it, huh? All right. Let's see. I'm gonna use one of these now, but I'm not going to leave it on there very long. Let's see what happens here. Look at that spider web. So I'm just not sure about that stencil. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want to mess that up. How about tissue or one of these vellums? What I'm looking for here is paper that is usable and workable for the haunted house book. Ooh, I love how you can see it when you put this on here. More of this. Let's have some good results from this guy. Does the pink lend a murdery feel? Hi, Lee. How are you? Oh, so glad you made it. Glad to have you here. So when that dries, it'll be more faint and ghostly. And this will be a good thing to lay over a page that you have to lift. It's, like adding some mist to the page. And I'm going to do that again with one of those, but I'm going to get it wetter this time. And go again. Do the other side this time. Okay. Oh, too wet, too wet. Oh, no, it's okay. After it dries. See, this is, I don't know what's up with that. Trying to find a place to put this is the hardest part. Okay, so I think maybe one more for some postcards on the alcohol ink paper, perhaps, or some more of the photo paper in a postcard size, maybe. I've got some of that right here. Don't I? Oh, yeah, I've also got these. Okay. Or some of these little tags. We didn't do any of those. Maybe I can kind of get something out of that. Oh, I'm happy you finally did too. We usually, I would have cut it off at 3, but I'm going a little over to finish this plate up. And to pull the other one, let's get paint on the other one actually, guys, real quick, before we finish this one up so that it can be pulled at the end. Yeah, I'm just not super happy with that stencil. These are not lost though. They'll dry a little bit different, and it might be something I go in and trace around, or, put another layer on, or I don't know. I may not. Look how pink that is. Let's get it off there. No wonder I hadn't used that stencil yet. Darn it, too wet. Just picking up the darkest spots. All right. Let's get paint on this real quick. Let's let this dry. We're almost there. Paint. See the splatter all over? This is what happens though. You're going to want to put a thing down every time and expect it to go over. I mean, it's everywhere, and it's all the way up my arm. Like, I'll wake up afterwards and have had alcohol ink on my elbow, or, like tomorrow. It's It's really crazy. Okay, so we have the gold on there. I'm just gonna pick it up with white this time, I think. Yeah. Let's get our paper ready first. Paper, paper. There we go. I'll end up with splatters on all the tags that have been on my desk if I have any white ones sitting there. So I have to be really careful where I put things also. And I'm not really careful. I'm just not that person, you know. What does the other side of this look like? Oh, the other side of the plate. This, can't really see it because I have a yellow plate. This one wasn't yellow, but now it's going to be because, you know, today was the maiden voyage. Is that enough? Ooh, it's moving. All right. Quickly, quickly. That's a splatter from being near too close. No, I don't think it's on the other side. It's just on this side. Okay, let's turn this over and see it. Look at that. You can really see those circles that I pressed in there. Plus, you've got the stencil that was really faint that was on there in the gold and green. And look at, you can see that there. That is amazing. That is really cool. Yeah, I noticed that chat is really, really slow. That is so cool. And there's sparkles from that green because I think I think the reason why it was on the plate is because we were using pigment powders. Okay, we're going to set that to the side. Still really puzzled about my stinking 5x7 plate. Was I dreaming? I did have a 5x7 plate out, right? Lost it. Okay, pulling this up. That is very Beetlejuice, though. I think I'm going to get better results just using the stencil, like I did last time, where I got all the great results. Now, if you tried to just put ink on the little parts of the stencil, you'd just waste a lot of ink. So this is a great way to get it on there. Look at that. What do you guys think? That's so cool. I'm going to set these away. Actually, let's set this away for a minute. And we'll use these. Let's go. Yes. I think I actually like this part equally. Because it's very rewarding. It's on this side, yeah. So I'm going to use the Bible page to pick it up this time. That's what I want. It's kind of creepy, right? So we're going to use the alcohol. I don't want to have this next to it because... Oh, this is going to go through again. And I have that cool rusty spot right there. I'm going to put another piece of paper underneath it. Hopefully that'll do it. And I have tried to spray the paper first, which, you know, does work. Oh my goodness, you guys. Ah! And that, I'm not mad at the red. I'm not mad at that. Okay, let's go again. This time let's do some smaller things over here that I've got. This these tags and this matte photo paper. Only the matte though. There's not much ink left on there. Sometimes it'll leave a lot, and sometimes you'll be surprised that it keeps going and going and going. And I think it has something to do with the colors, because they have different amounts of, you know, like pigment or whatever they're made with that makes them last like that. So maybe a little one here. I can't wait till that dries. It's great. That didn't do anything at all. How about that? It must have been dry, or it's almost out of ink. Oh my goodness. Too bad it didn't cover the whole thing, huh? Just pressing it down where I want it. Okay, and this one. Wow. Okay. So at this stage, I think what I'm going to do is spray it and put another, oh, you guys, put another one of those. I'll sandwich it on this side. Like this. Just going to do this. I'm going to lose this stencil. Gonna lose it. Okay, so with that plate, and we haven't pulled it yet, we've got all of these to play with. Some good, some bad. Love that. Oh, we forgot the stencil. Meh, but you know, they just need another layer. Yeah, needs another layer. Yes, I'm not hating the red, guys. I'm not hating it. I'm really not. I'm surprised. Okay, let me set this off to the side. It's kind of wet. Oh, and we have that one. Okay. Here we've got this guy. And maybe this is where this one shines, because it's got so much ink on it. Putting it on a little extra paper there. Okay. And some of this alcohol ink paper, which may just make it dendritic. I'm not sure, because it's alcohol ink paper is made to allow you to move the ink. And it's got a coating of like plastic on it. So really you kind of want, if you're going to have something really wet, you kind of want to, oh yeah. Okay. You really want something absorbent for this part, you know. Oh, thanks, Lee. Thanks, Jen. This is the gold on there. Can you guys see that? Wow. Okay. So this is the alcohol ink paper right here. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, I do like it. It's very Beetlejuice. I'm getting a Beetlejuice vibe. Okay, there's still a lot of ink on here. Now let's just use a piece of, let's use some of this. I've got, this is actually another kind of the kind of vellum-y stuff, but it's a little thicker. And I had it folded because I was going to use it as a book page, and then I didn't end up using it. I was going to use it as a like a sheer. Yeah, this is intended to allow you to move the alcohol ink around, so it does want to move. It's not as meh. It's kind of disappointing. There's still so much ink on that. Set that off to the side. Okay, I'm just going to take one more of these Bible pages and do that. And I'll set that away. These are, I love these. That's probably going to be good right there, the way it looks. And the one underneath could be too. Let's set that off to the side though. And we've got our plate to pull. So out of that plate, with the ink that we kept dropping, that was a lot of things that we made. So nothing goes to waste. And it looks like a lot of ink when you're putting it on, but it keeps going and going. That's my point, I guess. All right, what am I picking this up with? Let's see. Should I use just some cardstock, maybe? Maybe some cardstock? Or I could press it into a book. I do have, where'd it go? I do have this. This is kind of newish for when I have surgery, and it is a hot press watercolor. I could do that and kind of have a page started to work with. What do you think? Something different. I'm going to use white paint this time, or gold paint. Cream. Gold. All right. Want to roll off on. An old book page. There we go. Okay, I'm ready. I hope it's thick enough. Okay, so I'm going to set this on here. And then I will pull the rest with some tags. But I need to get in there. All right, so I will lay these on here. And dilly-dally. The dilly-dally. These will fit better. I'm going to have to take a piece of paper and press it over the top here. Maybe this. So this paint is really, it's a thick paint, and I didn't put it on very thick, so it should dry right away here. I should be able to just pull this. I hope. Let's hope, right? Thank you everyone for being here today. We're going to wrap it up here pretty quick. We'll pull these just, you know, for fun and see how they look. We did get a lot accomplished, and I feel like it went by so fast. There's still more on there. This plate is just going to keep on giving. Oh. So this is why we do it right here. These kind of surprises. That is amazing. It's got some crazing happening. It's got some murdery red stuff happening. Oh my goodness. If you had fun, or even if you didn't, I would love a thumbs up if you didn't already do that. And I will be live the first and third Saturday of each month. Oh, there we go. A doorway. Yeah, tell your friends. I mean, I am the big project girl, but you don't always have to, you know, do what I'm doing. I always like to offer a bit of inspiration if you're new here. And hopefully you walk away feeling either more confident or inspired to try something new. Some mixed media. Oh, I did not waste that paper. Look, you guys. There's so much gold too in the background where all the spots were. Now I would probably put something there, but oh my gosh, the first tag looked like a doorway. One of these, this one, This, oh, yeah. I'm going to have to take a picture of that one for sure. And then I still have some stuff left over here. So, I mean, there's a lot going on this edge right here. And that's no big deal. And this is the time where I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to experiment with some colors, you know, like maybe let's do silver. Why not? Why not? And I'm just going to use it to pull the rest of this anyway. How about a smaller brayer this time? I need to clean my brayers. Does somebody want to come peel my brayers for me? Because this is just not fun for me. I don't have the patience. That's my problem. But they need it. This has got something on that side. I'm going to have to bring that further over because I want it to cover the whole tag. Let me sit there. So that silver is also the Gotta deal, and it is new. I've had it in my list for a while, and I finally ordered it because it was on sale. I don't know if it still is, though. And then this one we'll do half. That's fine. Okay. And then this, maybe a postcard size. So I'll roll that out all the way. Maybe this one. This is that alcohol ink paper, so I don't know how it works with the paint. Guess we'll find out. There's some splatters on that side. It's kind of too big. This stuff is so thick. I'll end up trimming it. I know I will. I'll have to trim off the edge. And maybe while I'm at it, because, you know, paint, waste, need to find that small plate. Yeah, I know it's around here somewhere. It had something on it too, didn't it, guys? I mean, I set it off to the side to, I'm just putting paint on this, really. Set it off to the side to dry, and I don't know where I put it. And that is not cool at all. Is it here? Is it hiding underneath this? It's under a pile of papers somewhere. You know it is, right? Oh my gosh, we did so many today. This is awesome. There's a huge pile here, plus a missing plate. I mean, when does that happen? In my world. That's when that happened. I don't know where it's at. I have no idea where the heck I said it. Well, when I do, I don't remember what was on it. I don't know if you guys do, but I will share it. Where the heck did it go? Seriously. I have no idea. All right. Pulling. That's beautiful. Now I would have to figure out, you know, what to put on the top half of that, but it is really pretty. And I could just put silver paint there. Technically, this paint dries pretty fast. Same with that. Maybe a piece of washi tape down the side, but I've got my spider web going there. Washi tape, some striking girl right here. I can see it. That's really nice. Yeah, Jen, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be looking for a gel plate. Where did it go? Oh, that didn't even pick that up. Too much paint, that's why. All right, well, I give up on this. So what I'll do is I'll just clear this one. We have so many good things today. I'm really excited. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you have a great weekend. I know I missed last Sunday at Makers, and I will be there tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mo. Mo, let's give Mo a round of applause for being so amazing. Marguerite, it might be stuck to my butt. I sit on things all the time and I don't feel them. like my glasses in the car, or I'll look all over the place, and I was sitting on them all the time. It's probably under my butt. Yeah. Um, No, it was too wet, and I waited. I did it too quickly. That was the problem there. And that wasn't the photo paper. That was the alcohol ink paper. It is super duper thick. But you guys go get some of that photo paper. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow at the PM stream if you'll be there. And thank you, Mo. I love you guys. You take care. Bye for now.